Leaders of the EFF, including party leader Julius Malema, are expected to attend a mass funeral service in Vryheid. This happens today for the 8 of the 10 party members who were killed in a horror crash on Monday night. The remaining 2 party members will be buried in a private funeral service. Now, the victims were passengers in a bus which was involved in a collision with a truck on the R34 near Ulundi in northern KwaZulu-Natal. The victims were members of the EFF who were returning from a June 16th Youth Day rally in Durban. At least 30 passengers were injured. Now, the victims are expected to be laid to rest at their family homes after the service. Here's SABC News reporter Mlondi, who's in Vryheid with the latest for us. So, Mlondi, we understand that EFF party leadership will be attending, and I see there mourners have started to trickle in. What are you seeing? What are you hearing?
Thank you very much, Mkolisi. We are here at the funeral of the basically of the victims of the accident that was between the bus and the truck on the R34 in Vryheid on Monday, when they were traveling back from King Zwelithini Stadium in Umlazi after a Youth Day celebration there. But we'll just ask Sbu Tembe just to show the viewers at home that, as you could see, Mkolisi, that the mourners have started to come to this part of town to try and basically to send their basic condolences, as well as to show the family that they are supporting the family in this area in relation to this horrific accident that happened on Monday when they were traveling back. I'll just speak to Mongezi Twala, the chairperson of the EFF in the province, just to get more details in relation to this funeral. Twala, thank you very much for your time. Briefly, if you can just give us details for the funeral today.
No, thank you very much. Thanks for having us today on this dark day and the dark cloud that is before the EFF and the families that lost their loved ones. We're good to go. We've worked very well in coordinating and ensuring that we have a dignified send-off for the heroes and heroines who were traveling from our successful rally that we held at Umlazi Stadium. The families are on their way now with the funeral parlor, which has been hands-on from the first day in assisting in identifying the families of the deceased. And also the local community has been very supportive, even when the families have lost their loved ones. But they've put it very clear that this was not the first time these members were traveling to an EFF event. So they cannot put a blame on anyone, but it's something that is contingent, that is unforeseen, which can happen to anyone. But they're still with the EFF and grieving. They are still going to ensure that they form part of any programs of the EFF, but we must just ensure that there's safety on the roads, because our people are losing their lives on a daily basis due to some mishaps that they come to face whenever they are traveling, wherever they are traveling. So we are ready. The funeral is going to take place, which is a mass funeral. Some of the family members, the families, they requested that, made a plea to say no, they will bury their loved ones at their respective homes, because they also have some culture that they practice before they bury their loved ones. But 7 families are traveling to this Cecil Emmet, where we're going to have our ceremony or church service. Then the families are going to go back to their respective homes to bury their loved ones. Remember, in the rural areas, people get to be buried in the yard or in some particular way. So we are very happy with the way how things have went thus far, and we still continue to send our condolences, and the families, they need our support. Any stakeholders from the interfaith community, any stakeholders that can play a role in ensuring that these people get necessary and adequate help, especially those also who are the survivors. I believe we must be very close to them, because if they explain of what happened there, it's something that we really need to pay close attention to, give them counseling, because once we leave it hanging, it may have some future issues with each individual suffering from what they saw on that particular day. It was a very horrific accident. If you get to listen to the survivors and those who are still in hospital, we are very happy. Even those who are in hospitals, they are doing very well. They are receiving good medical attention. All the families have been working very well with the EFF in ensuring that we give our people a dignified send-off.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks. Mlondi, that was the chairperson of the EFF in the province, Mongezi Twala, briefing us in relation to what is happening, what is going to be happening today. Just to give the viewers at home, the names is Sibonga Konke Mbata, who was 17, Ntombi Ndlovu, Ayanda Khumalo, Manqele Siboniso, Phumlani Zulu, Lunga Sunday Mbata, Thokozani Mashazi. Those were the those are the other victims that are going to be buried during this mass funeral here at Vryheid. But I think you could see from the number of people that are coming in. Also, there are learners who were at school with Sibonga Konke Mbata in the school that she was studying a grade 11. Sibonga Konke Mbata was a grade 11 learner at Ebakulusini Secondary School, where basically when we spoke to the family on Monday, they did tell us that she wanted to be a police officer, but for now, Mlondi, I think you could see that at the gate, the EFF supporters are trying to form a way for the mortuary events that are going to be coming here for the burial of their friends and their loved one. Back to you in studio, Mlondi, for now.
Right, that was Mlondi Radebe in Vryheid at the mass funeral service of 8 EFF party members who died in a crash after a Youth Day rally in Durban. And he says there, with some of the victims being young, with some of them being even 17 years old, devastating there. Thanks very much indeed for that update, Mlondi.